I've been feeling like a bad bitch all day. If you ain't my bitch, you just a bitch in a goddamn way. You say you die for your respect. Let's find out and see. They say Red Bull give you wings, so does Cardi B. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Let's go. I need more money than problems this year. Let's go. I know that's right, bitch. I know that's mother. Anywho, girl, check please. Anywho, what's going on, everybody? Jamie, that's me here. Okay. Listen, I just came in to chat a little bit with you guys about JT and Cardi B because I know y'all saw it. And also a little piece of Crystal because Crystal with the read definitely drug Miss Cardi B. We gonna touch on it just a little piece, just a little piece, okay? So make sure you're coming into the video, you're liking up the video, all those good things. Now, before we get into that, we definitely have to talk about Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel was kicked off of the air for some things that he said on last week. And a lot of the general public decided that they were going to fight back. Like, nah, we're not doing it. We finna cancel memberships. We finna pack y'all up out of here. Like, that's not going down, right? Well, they decided to bring Jimmy Kimmel back. And once Jimmy Kimmel came back, he gave a very lengthy monologue. And I thought that it was a good one, honey, okay? It was a good and entertaining one, clocking a bit of tea. Now he did get slightly a bit emotional. A lot of people looked at the things that he said when he was kind of like making a joke out of Trump, but nobody really acknowledged the fact that Jimmy had already sent the tweet out sending his condolences and love towards the family of the young man that was killed on that campus, right? So he's already did that. So he was a little bit, emotional about it. I do hate that a lot of people thought that people were boycotting Disney, ABC, all of that, and Hulu because of Jimmy, because it wasn't really because of Jimmy. It was much, 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 much bigger than Jimmy. Okay. It's about the freedom of speech and letting people know that you can't just start handing our country over here to this man. He gonna have to fight for it. Okay. Period. All right. And more specifically, we ain't playing like that. So you think that you finna listen to his voice? Nah, you finna listen to ours. So we finna cancel these memberships and put y'all in the bind, which they did. So they brought Jimmy back. And like I said, Jimmy had he did his whole thing. And I want to get into what they're saying real quick here because y'all know he was suspended for a few days. They said indefinitely, so they had no intentions of really bringing Jimmy back. But the people spoke, so they brought him back. But this was interesting. So they're saying the first new episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live since his suspension averaged 6.3 million viewers via traditional television, more than 3 times the show's typical TV viewership, even though the show was blacked out in dozens of markets. Now, keep in mind, there's a company, I do believe it is Sinclair, right? So they broadcast a lot of ABC and Nextstars, content or whatever to different markets or whatever. And Sinclair, once they learned that he was returning, they took a stance. So they were like, no, we're not going to show him in a lot of these other markets. Like, we're going to show some other type of news or something else. So they're still trying to punish Jimmy because they didn't like the fact that Jimmy was taking and making a joke of their favorite president, right? They didn't like that. Well, now the people try to figure out a way to boycott Sinclair. All right. So I don't know if the people going to get them the problems that they're looking for, but hopefully they are able to put a dent in Sinclair. Okay. Because Sinclair over here acting like they bigger than a program. And I hope that people figure out a way to let them know that they're not. Right. But what's also interesting is the fact that as much as Sinclair tried to block Jimmy Kimmel from having access to all these other markets, he still went on to do like 6.3 million in viewership. And I ain't gonna lie, some part of me didn't want nobody to tune in because although y'all brought him back, I wanted ABC to see, like, listen, we still make making a stance. The same way y'all ain't lit up on Target, don't lit up on ABC. You know what I'm saying? On Jimmy Kimmel show and all of that. But I am still kind of happy as well for him because, it's a shot back at them. Like, y'all over here trying to control freedom of speech and do all of this. And you think you could just take anybody off the air and get back at all your, and that's not how America works. If we are a country where you can exist and have a difference of opinion or whatever the case is, that's just what it is. How can y'all say that when the situation happened with that young man who lost his life, but then want to also be the same people to snatch folks up out of their jobs and things? So I'm glad this happened. And a lot of the companies that may have fired people, that does not mean that you guys are also in the clear with the firings and suspending or whatever it is that you guys have done to some of these real workers out here. That don't mean y'all in the clear, because it don't mean, based on once the person and their attorney go through your company bylaws or whatever, you probably violated something. You may have just violated their human rights in general. So who knows? Okay. Looking forward to learning more about those when people like regular civilians have sued their companies and won. over being fired over their social media opinions. Okay. Um, so that's that. But shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. I guess they're still figuring out some things. Next Star and Sinclair. We'll see what's going to happen with that. But I'll tell y'all one thing, y'all president, he was not happy. He was actually pissed off with the fact that, I'm trying to see if I have it, with the fact that they brought him back, right? They didn't like that they brought him back, and that yeah, he just didn't like it. Let me see if it's over here on this site that I typically go to, but like he put up like a long statement because he was like, "How dare y'all bring this man back?" He says, "I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back." Well, did you believe ABC News fake news when they gave you 16 million damn dollars? I guess that was real. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. I'm just like, it'd be the audacity for me. It be the audacity for me. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy? This is what Americans have been asking. Why would y'all want this man back in office who does so poorly, who's not funny, and puts America in jeopardy? Is y'all cool? Right? He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. What? These are things that you don't even know is true. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. And this is the reason why people should cancel ABC. The fact that y'all even paid him 16 million. Was that a settlement? That's crazy. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. Like, this is just crazy. But you don't want to rot in your bad ratings because you're not having the best favor ever right now amongst Americans anyway. Okay, you don't want to rot in yours. Instead, you want to fire people, get rid of folks, not report the accurate information and all of that. So, like, girl, it's just giving weird times, weird as fuck. But anywho, that's what's going on. Congratulations to Jimmy Kimmel. But really, aside from Jimmy Kimmel, really it's the workers. It's the people that have to show up every day and work on Jimmy Kimmel's show. I don't think it's a lot of productions going on. I don't think it's a lot of people getting jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're getting shows being canceled left and right, left and right. So it doesn't just impact the main on camera talent. It's also impacting those that are behind the scenes that's making everything come together. So shout out to those people being able to get their jobs back. In addition, did y'all learn about the federal workers that were also being reported to return back to work? Let me see. Federal. Yeah, they were rehired. Like, y'all did all of that to fire those people earlier in the year, and then now they're being forced to not forced, but they are seeking to return. These are the Doge workers, right? Let's see here. Let me get into this article. Okay, Trump administration moves to rehire laid off federal workers. And then y'all saying it's his administration that's moving to rehire them. I thought that a judge put them in a bind or made a statement to where they had to bring these people back, right? Um, let's see. I want to hop over to another page. All right. They're saying the White House is begging hundreds, and I'm reading from Yahoo. They're saying the White House is begging hundreds of federal employees laid off by Elon Musk, Doge a team. They're saying under his leadership, they fired tens of thousands of federal workers as a part of a sweeping government cost cutting efforts, right? So now the strategy has backfired, right? And as hundreds of employees who manage government workspaces are being offered their jobs back. All right. They have until Sunday to make up their minds. And that's where they are. All right. They're saying that they slashed staff at its headquarters by 79%. That's a large percent of people. It's portfolio managers by 65% and facility managers by 35%. Now, I don't think everybody is going to go back, but quite a few will go back. But it's so messed up for y'all to have done this, especially when you have people. These folks probably got fired in, like, I'm going to say between January and March, maybe April. Do you know how many people probably relied on their partner being the primary person in the home to bring home money, while the other one could have been a stay-at-home parent? So they're relying on that one income. I don't even know if these people got enough of a severance package to be able to cover mortgages and stuff. Some of these people probably lost their houses and ain't no telling what else they lost. I hope a great amount of them found like another company, a better company, maybe a self-employment for themselves that's doing way better than what it was working for this stressful ass place. I'm hoping they found something better for themselves, but who knows? I don't. But I'm sure some people are gonna be glad to go back. But what I will say is y'all need to get these people some fucking money. Y'all need to get these people back pay. Y'all need to go back into the archive and pay these folks their money for all these people that y'all sat up there and fired. That's crazy. Only for it to backfire, and now y'all gotta hire them back. And then how they're trying to position the articles and stuff is like Trump administration has decided to bring them back. Go away from me with this. As if like y'all trying to help them redeem themselves after they literally was firing people left and fucking right. A lot of stuff that they've been doing this year gonna backfire on their ass, okay? I don't know if you guys heard about the situation over in Texas where this guy went to like a ICE detention center and just started pop, 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 pop. That's crazy. I believe that he did unalive at least one person. There were quite a few people that were injured. Let me see if I can pull him up because I was like, wow, this is crazy here. Let me show it over here on my screen. Let's get here. So they're saying Dallas ICE detention center shooter, identified as 29-year-old Joshua John, reportedly used a sniper to, he clapped two detainees, then turned the weapon on himself. So was the goal to clap the actual detainees or was the goal to clap some of the workers? That's crazy. He critically injured a third, all right, then turned the weapon on himself. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Officials are not releasing the names of the victims at this time. So in my personal, I feel like when y'all want to go around putting blood on folks' hands, I feel like that's on y'all president. In my personal. That's crazy. Child, this is like, it's absolutely 1000% disgusting to me. What else is going on that I wanted to chat with you guys about today before I move on? Oh, as we speak about MAGA, there were some MAGA individuals that decided to take themselves over to Tennessee State University. I believe it was Tennessee State University. And it's like, why? Y'all never go to black campuses at all. Y'all never go to black campuses at all. And honestly, I feel like my question is, did they get a permit to come on campus, right? And maybe they did get a permit or something like that to come on campus. And although I do feel like they shouldn't be there, I don't think the university, I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like they kind of had a right to bring their organization there to want to like protest or whatever it was they were doing or seek out or talk, whatever it was. But at the same time, it's like, y'all got to understand how problematic this is too. Like, when has MAGA been good to people of color or black people? And I'm just a little confused that y'all even allowed these people on y'all campus like that. You know what I'm saying? So
MAGA supporters
and as much as as much as I'm glad the students were kind of
invaded
like,
our
What is
HBCU.
going on over here?
on their head tops, some part of me kind of wish that I felt two ways. I was like, yeah, get that ass the fuck up out of here, because if it was their campus or if it was something like that, and let's say it was a Black Panthers or something going over there to a predominantly white college, they probably would have been over there rallying, get the hell out of here. Why are you here? They would have did us the same way. But at the same time, I feel like this is the energy that they wanted just so they could display us as certain type of people when they know they really went there to rage bait and to get a reaction and to cause a bit of chaos. Like, that was their whole goal. And with y'all knowing that they were coming to a primarily black college to do that, I feel like they should have never been allowed on the campus anyway, because these kids are here for an education. Anything beyond that, like this type of shit, is a distraction. So I don't know. I just feel like I kind of want to hold Tennessee State University accountable just a bit for y'all even allowing these motherfuckers on campus, even though the university may have been thinking to themselves, well, we can't say that they really can't come on campus. Like, I don't know what the rules and regulations are or how that would work if they were to have denied them from coming on campus. I don't know. But in my head, I feel like y'all could have did something and told them, don't come on this damn campus. Okay, instead it look like y'all said security out there to protect. Like, are y'all cool? They're saying yesterday, and I'm gonna let this video play. This is crazy. And I feel like this man with the red hair is trying so hard not to really smile. He's trying to control his smile because he know he's on camera. But everything that they're doing is exactly what they wanted to happen. It's disgusting in my personal.
You called the East primitive for what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your...
I feel like that's enough. Like all that booing, that's enough. I feel like trying to explain stuff to them that they ass already know. Nah, it's just giving boo. It's giving boo. Leave our campus. Leave our campus. Leave our campus. Leave our camp. Like that's really all they should have got was chance. Okay, not no trying to reason, not no conversation, not trying to educate them about SHI that they one already know, and then two, a lot that they don't care to know because they have their own rhetoric that they're trying to spew on their own. Like they got their own shit. They don't be caring about facts and stuff. They just want to say this is this. Da, da, da. Boo! Leave our campus. Leave our campus. Leave our campus. Why are you here? Why are you here? Like, hello? In my personal, okay? So they go on to say, yesterday at Tennessee State University in Nashville, MAGA supporting group, the Fearless Tour, arrived on the HBCU's campus looking to debate with students about DEI and immigration. That's what they was looking to do? To debate with students? To debate with students? Okay, girl. They're saying the Fearless Tour, who allegedly didn't even have permission to be on the campus. Okay, so I'm thinking they went through the proper regulatory things to go talk to the campus, and maybe the campus is allowing them to be there for whatever the reasons are because they can't restrict them or whatever the guidelines, right? Only to find out that y'all never even had no permission to be there. So then you got the cops sitting over there, damn near, I guess, campus police protecting them, it seems, and maybe the students when y'all should have been just ushering their ass to get the hell up out of here because do y'all have a permit to be on campus or something? You know what I'm saying? It's not making sense. So this obviously got a stark reaction from students who quickly began to protest against the TFT being on campus. Okay, when I hear protest, I am here for it though. Like, get their ass up out of here, right? But all that reasoning and stuff, like y'all ain't got to talk to them folks. Just like leave our campus, get the hell up out of here. Bye. Why are you here? Why are you here? But I don't have to tell you about history that your ass already know about. You know what's going on. Why y'all? Because that's why y'all trying to erase it now. So it's really just, simple as that. All right. As much as I was kind of like, nah, ignore them. That's what they wanted. Nah, y'all did right. It just at least leave our campus. Boo, leave our like get up out of here. Pack that shit up. Pack that shit up. Like it really would have been that for sure. All right. And I'm glad that there was nothing. I'm glad none of those black students got physical with those people because it just would have been another way to try to portray them to be, uneducated people while they're actually out of campus. When they have most of these people that be leading these organizations like a Fearless Tour or whatever, don't even have a college education or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, aside from that, they did what needed to be done. They got that ass up out of there, and let this be a warning for y'all to not be bringing your ass on campus. Let this be a warning for other HBCUs to, hey, get them permits. And then my other thing is, y'all, these schools literally just received bomb threats after this situation happened with the man being unalived. And it's like, as soon as those officers saw them, they shouldn't have even been able to fold out a table and a fucking chair. It should have been approaching them with, hey, do y'all have a permit? Do you have permission to be here? Who is the people that's saying that you're supposed to be here? Oh, okay. Well, then you guys are going to have to leave. If you don't have the proper paperwork, you got to go. Especially if you know HBCUs in the South have received some bomb threats. Like, we don't know why them motherfuckers here. Okay? They could tell you one thing, but where's the paperwork to say that you can be here? Come to find out, y'all didn't even get permission. Yeah, pack that up, love. And honestly, I do feel, and I don't care how nobody feel about it, if this was a reversal situation, I guarantee you that school will be trying to figure out a way to take action against those black people that showed up. Yeah, y'all need to figure that out. Get mad any other day. I just don't care on today. And I agree. It won't matter what the day is. I won't give a damn how nobody feels. So I've said what I said. Let's see. What else was there anything else I wanted to get into aside from that? Yeah, let's just talk about Cardi B and JT. Okay. So for people that don't know, well, everybody pretty much know what the hell going on. Girl, y'all already seen all the video, all the clips, all the tweets back and forth, the audio. Y'all got into it. Cardi B did a diss song. She dropped her album, which in my personal is fire. Okay. She did Magnet. A lot of people raved about Magnet because she was tagging and wagging on the tail of JT. All right. Now, JT decided to process it, take some time to process it. She came down to the social media where she wanted to expose the fact that Cardi B's now baby daddy Stefan Diggs is being accused of assaulting some young man by the name of Chris Blake Griffith. Now, I listened to a clip of the audio. I don't know if what he said actually happened to him, if Stefan actually did the things that he said. What I will say is some of the things that he said is very questionable. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Some of the things that he's saying does not make sense. And when you hear that people are referring to him as a liar, including his own baby mama, ex-wife, whatever she is this week, next week, it's definitely making me think that I don't know how much of this story I can believe. I would want to take his story serious, okay, if it really indeed happened to him. I am not one of those people that's like, oh, believe victims right out the gate. Well, victims also got to prove that they telling the truth, even in the court of damn law, right? So with that being said, which he is not going to the court of law, he's on going to social media and other individuals to have a sit down with to talk about it. But I mean, like if it's affected you that much and this really happened, I think this is something that's criminal that needs to, like, something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. Like, instead of you just talking about it, like, something needs to happen. And what are the steps that you've taken to make sure this person, receives the punishment for doing whatever was said, done to you? Are you at least suing them civilly? Like, you ain't doing that, but just talking. So it's a little shaky for me. All right, it's not making sense. Okay, but that's my personal. That's not yours. I understand people that may not like her or him are willing to believe the allegations that are put out there because, again, they are allegations. He has not been convicted of anything. These are merely allegations. What I will say is you have a right to do what you're gonna do, girl. Just don't impose or force that on me because I got my own mind. I'm gonna do what I want to do too. Okay. So with that being said, I'm only taking whatever this man is saying with a piece of grain of salt. All right. I understand a lot of y'all will get a little piece of that grain of salt and y'all will ride off into the sunset and just let everything be what it is and truly believe that what they said happened indeed happen until you find yourself in that same situation. But carry on. So JT came to the internet. She had some things to say where, in my personal, she actually implied that Blake Griffith was gay by saying she's staying with the gays. I'm so confused on that because that man never told you that he was gay. So why would you over here trying to take a shot at Cardi, turn around and insinuate that this man is gay? I said, girl, are you okay? But I understand her wanting to respond. I don't fault JT for wanting to like respond, right? Because we beefing. You brought my man up. I'm finna bring your man up. Like, girl, we beefing. We beefing. Like, you said something about mine, you know what I'm saying? Talk about him wearing purses or whatever the case is. Like, I mean, that's a proven fact, right? That's a proven, like, we've seen this. These are things that we've seen Uzi do. All right. Now, as far as the putting a dildo in his ass, I don't know nothing about that with Uzi. Okay. I mean, that could have been a different line Cardi could have used, you know what I'm saying, versus saying the dildo in it. But like the purse line we got, like, I mean, that's what he does. He has certain pronouns. I'm saying he, forgive me, I think it may be they, right? And goes by Leslie. Okay. I don't, but this is proven, right? I'm just still waiting for the rest of it to be proven when it comes to Stefan. However, Stefan got to want it more than me though, because Stefan ain't over here shutting old boy down either. Okay, so like you couldn't be around here saying those things about me, and I don't sit up here and cease and desist your ass. Like, is you cool? Right? You keep tapping on my name, I'm gonna tap on that door with that lawsuit type of thing. But I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Stefan, to be honest with y'all. So I'm still learning that as he is now attached to Cardi B. And because he is now attached to Cardi B and a lot of the blogs are unable to post Cardi B, they will definitely be sure to post a lot of Stefan. So if we don't learn about him one way, we're going to learn about those blogs. It's going to continue to push him out there and put details out there. So JT says this. She brings that up. She's up there. She's been dragging Cardi, saying Cardi can't rap. And I find it to be so funny when people say, oh, Cardi can't rap. Cardi can't rap. I feel like y'all just don't like her. Because it be so many people out here that really cannot rap that y'all could, especially men. Because if she, what do you consider rap then? Especially men that y'all support and go up for. When I tell y'all Future been rapping off beat since God knows when, and y'all go up and support, no matter how much of a trash he has shown himself to be, y'all still go up and support in droves and like, Like, you know, and in all honesty, if that's the case, none of these rap girls can rap. Even your fave, if she ain't coming on a level of a Lauryn Hill, Doechii, and a Kendrick, like, okay, on a more intellectual type of rapping, then none of these bitches can rap. For real, for real. I think that's so crazy. Y'all send and for her, oh, she can't rap, but she's selling, right? And granted, you don't have to have a lot of talent to sell. We have seen some people sell and been some one-hit wonders, right? But it's giving Grammys, it's giving diamonds. So somebody within her collective, because when it comes to Grammys and you gotta vote on who you want to win what, obviously those people in her collective feel like she can, and they've awarded her with such awards. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to see, considering the fact that, you know, Cardi and JT used to be cool there once upon a time. And I really hate where they are today, because JT was rapping a lot of her lyrics and stuff, like they was cool. You know, Cardi was like free JT and everything. And I'm just like, what the hell happened? Like, what? I'm trying to figure out what all went wrong because I think a lot of the friends JT may have had that we've seen, now she may have some friends from behind the scenes that we may not know anything about that she still click tight with, right? But I feel like a lot of the people we've saw her around in the beginning, like they don't like her anymore. And I am confused on why. Why don't people like her anymore? Like, what? Like, she ain't rocking with Carisha like that. You know, remember Carisha, JT, and Saucy got into it like last year. Saucy been playing the hell out of Magnet, which is a diss towards JT, which confirms to me that he's still not rocking with JT like that. Okay? Like, you and Glow got into it. Like, what is going on? You getting into it with Cardi B fans. And first of all, y'all is over there bothering that lady on her page, okay? Y'all been bothering JT since last Friday, telling her to wake up. And I said, let that lady rest, okay? Y'all been over there telling this woman to wake up, let her get her rest. So much so she decided to call the people, call Cardi fans ugly. She said the fans are ugly. They ain't no fashion girls. You know, they not really dressing up for the meet and greets and stuff. And I'm just like, I wouldn't dress up for that shit either. I mean, yes, be cute, people, but ain't no telling how long y'all gonna be waiting in line, whether Cardi's running late or the fact that there's a lot of people out there. BIT, come with your tennis shoes. Girl, it's really giving come as you are. Okay, come as you are. But I think it's kind of messed up to refer to these people as unattractive or ugly or whatever the case is. Because number one, you think that you're appealing to everyone, and that's just not the case. But then number two, some of these people that rock with Cardi rock with you. Right? Because people, like, Twitter will have people thinking it's split, and that's not the case. In the real world that exists, people support damn near all of y'all, right? All of y'all music. From JT to Carisha to Cardi B to Megan to Glow to, like, they like the girls. They just like female rap. And it's like, damn, imagine you calling Cardi fans ugly and a vast majority of them are your fans too. It's like, damn, not you done talked about your fans, but you be acting like you bigger than the program, and that's what be killing me. You know what I'm saying? And then you call Cardi illiterate in one video, and it's like, you not even that literate your damn self. Is I'm American? Like, hello? That's crazy to me. All right, if that's the case, y'all about on the same damn level with literacy. Like, huh? And then y'all be overhyping the bars and the raps. What? Cause JT can rap. She's straight. She's straight. She's straight. She is straight. She's okay. She's not bad. She's not amazing. Like, the Stan Wars be taking me out. Like, it's just too much going on. It's just too much going on. Like, girl, and then to see people that be praising the folks, like one person, oh, I love this person, they can out rap this person, they this, that, and the other. Then when you're not getting your way, your life ain't happening how you want, then all of a sudden they can't rap, they this, they that. Like, is y'all cool? So either you was fake as fuck then or you fake now. Like, y'all really need to get it together. But the girls have been going at it. Cardi responds, which to me, Cardi, let's stop. Like, at what point are you going to pull back? Right? I wouldn't have gave a damn about anything that woman was saying on Twitter if she ain't coming with a rap. Like, if you're not putting it in the music, but you coming on Twitter, then you're attacking some of my and likely your own fans. Is crazy. It's very crazy to me. So I would not have responded. If it ain't on wax, then take it back. Like, nobody cares. Okay? That's just how I feel. And then, like, you're rising to another level. Like, for you to do this sophomore album and it's doing as well as it's doing, I don't know what the final numbers are going to be. But whether the numbers are good or they're not, I've been seeing more positive reviews than anything. So obviously a lot of people are actually liking the music. So whatever the little sophomore concern that people typically have with albums, you pretty much achieved that. And I feel like that's the biggest thing right there, regardless of numbers. Like, that's the biggest thing. People are giving you your praises of how well your album is, and they weren't expecting it to be as good. So you've won. And I'm just like you gotta understand the superstar that you are. And that's what kills me with Cardi. She never understands who she is. And it's really giving what Mariah said. I won't be coming off my cherry out to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. I've threw my tomatoes on my album. Okay, the tomatoes were thrown on the album. I'm not gonna throw them with you on Twitter. Cardi comes out, she responds, she puts video saying that, Chris Blake was lying, along with some audio of a woman, having a conversation with him about him lying about some stuff that happened. And as far as him stealing from someone or whatever the case was. So she ended up deleting that, but she did keep up the tweet about JT and Uzi. Seems like it was text messages between the two. And they gave information. I guess Uzi has wanted JT to get some abortions or something like that. The relationship is toxic and stuff, or whatever the case is. But if you've listened to JT interviews, like, you can just kind of listen to her. As much as she likes Uzi, she looks up to Uzi. She kind of slightly touches on things that lets you know, like, girl, their relationship be problematic as hell. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I just wouldn't be arguing with JT. Like, after I've said what she said, I probably would pay her this record is dust too, because I said what I said, and I'm not in a rush to get back at you. I'll get back at you in my time. That's one way. Or I just would have had another rap queued up for her. Like, yeah, you over here on Twitter, but boom, let me drop this one for you. This particular diss. It's gonna be a particular diss. You thought I drug you the first time. Let me drag you this time. And now what you gonna do? You still not getting in the booth with it, right? So I also just feel like, let her do her thing though. Like, stop coming down to the internet feeling like you got to defend and argue with these folks or say anything, because you at a different level with this. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if a BIT ain't got no diamond album, a diamond track or two, like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, really. Okay, you just said on the damn song, does one of the girls even got a BET award? Yikes. Okay. So yeah, nah, I wouldn't be mm-mm. Mm-mm. I couldn't learn who you is, okay? I really want her to get that together. I want her to get like a Stefan a bit, and just don't respond. Don't respond. It be so much stuff. That man don't say nothing. He just be like la 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 do do like going on about his business. They be asking him stuff at the football camps or wherever it is, practice, ask him questions. They be trying to get in his personal life. That man be like, nah, I don't talk about that with y'all. It's only business. What y'all want to talk about? Keep my personal life out of it. I'm not talking about that, really. I don't really touch on that stuff. And I don't fault him for that. So if you take anything from him while he trying to heal you, girl, you need to take that. Stop talking to these hoes. Let them talk. Let them act like they know what's going on. And at a later time, I guess just prove them wrong. Just like so many people thought they knew what was going on when it came to your album. Oh, the budget's not there. Oh, she's washed. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. And then you just been shining on their ass for a minute now. Okay? For the past month or plus. So let them talk, especially when they don't know what they're talking about. That'd be the best thing, especially when they proven wrong later, child. Some stuff I do understand if you feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to, I gotta address this right here though. But you ain't gotta, If she ain't trying to rap about it, don't talk about it. Okay. But yeah, that's that. Another thing, Chrisley, the Reed. Okay, Crystal. I don't want to say her name right. I think it's Crystal, the Reed. I did catch a snippet or whatnot. I think of her entire conversation from Cardi B announcing her pregnancy. And when I was listening to it, when I first started listening to it, I said, oh, okay, this is pretty much just a fan that's disappointed. I think a lot of the fans, when they learned that Cardi was indeed pregnant, they were a bit disappointed, right? But I think everybody's disappointment may have been different. I think hers was more so disappointed with the fact that you're about to drop this album and do all of this great stuff and have a tour and everything. You're about to do all of this and you're pregnant. Like, I think she was more so disappointed on that front. For me, I was just like a little disappointed, like, dang, I feel like it was like too soon. You did just have a child, you're just now getting, going through this divorce with Offset. So I just felt like it was too soon. Take some time to get to know Stefan. But when I thought about it more later, I said, you know what? I think that they probably had been talking. Okay. They probably had been talking with each other because Cardi said something in one of her songs that kind of got me thinking, like, I think they've been talking because she said something like, it's the Pick It Up song where I think she said she tried to find somebody else, but then the DICK wasn't too good. So I'm like, I think this is about Stefan. I think they could have been talking to each other at one point, stopped talking, and then she came back around to him. Right? I don't know. Could be my thoughts because Cardi also mentioned something in the Gayle King interview where I guess he was trying to talk to her, but she was scared. She wasn't ready or whatever the case was. And then eventually she gave him a chance. So I don't know. It's something about that where I think he may have been in the picture, right? But I don't think he was in the picture when her and Offset was like truly locked in. I think she got pregnant at the end of 2023, early 2024. I remember her going off in 23 of December and saying, I'm vulnerable right now. That's when a lot of people started to question, like, is she pregnant, right? And then at some point she filed for that divorce from him. So I think her and Offset have really been separated for about 2 years at this point. So maybe it is time for her to move on, child. I don't know. I just know that she just had a baby last year, but I'm also not gonna police her stuff, okay? Um, the people gonna do what they want to do anyway. All right. I feel like she ain't the first, she ain't gonna be the last. Okay. It's about have a baby last year, turn around and have a baby this year. When I think about Sierra, shout out to Sierra because she is married, and I think that could be what makes it different for some people. Shit, it be seeming like Sierra is be having a child damn near every year the way Russell be trying to get her to pop them damn babies out. Right. But I guess she's doing it the right way because, of course, she is married to her husband now, whereas Cardi B is a bit backwards in the sense where she's had 3 kids with her husband and then now having an outside, child with another man that she's not married to. So I don't know. Maybe they're doing it backwards or whatever. But with Crystal, at some point, as I continue to listen to her talk, it was like it started taking a little dark turn, just a little piece. And it's like, ooh, girl, you really going in on this lady, talking about hope you don't down the surgery table and stuff. I don't know if Cardi's gonna have surgery or not, but I do remember her saying, like back in August, that she wasn't going to have any work done and she wouldn't have time to have any work done. So she really gonna have to get in the gym and work and do what she gotta do because that tour is gonna be coming fast. Okay, so that was one thing. And then talking about the motherhood, I definitely understand people questioning about that, parents not being available and being around enough for their kids and stuff like that. So I understood it. I felt like, when I listened to her, it started to sound like a disappointed fan, and then it just started to go into a different direction. Just a little bit of like yelling and anger and upset and da 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 da. And I don't know. I don't know. I think it took a different level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't disagree with everything she said, but I think it's more so as she continued to talk, it was more so how she was saying it. It was like, damn, y'all, you really mad, huh? And yeah, that definitely made me cringe. I feel like I've also done something like that, like in the past when I review these shows and stuff, and then I have to remind myself to make sure that like I don't know these folks. You know what I'm saying? So it really ain't no point in like yelling to the top of your lungs, getting so upset and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I've done reviews on shows and I can recall a time that I've acted like that. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know these damn people. Nobody should get your blood pressure up that damn much. It's okay for us to have opinions because you put it out there. We are going to talk about it, whether it's in your favor or it's not in your favor. That's just what it is. But I think also we have to work on detaching ourselves sometimes because we do not know these damn people to be that damn upset about. Yes, be disappointed, but girl, if you about to get to a point where you about to bust a blood vessel, it's like we're gonna have to slow down just a tad bit. Okay, just a tad bit. And sometimes I it is a little shaky, when you're in those waters where women that have not experienced motherhood, as some other women, can often have so much to say about it, right? Sometimes I find myself in the middle, right? Because I'm like, you don't even know what their life is like, but you got so much to say about it. And that's for any of y'all, really. But then at the same time, I'm like, but that don't mean just because they don't have kids that they can't have some good advice because maybe they've watched somebody close to them, right? Maybe it's been a sibling, maybe they've had to pitch in and step up and help out a little bit with that relative's kids because the dad wasn't active or whatever the case was that the mom had going on. But yeah. So those were my thoughts. Like, it's like, I don't know. That's her personal. That's how she felt. It is what it is. But I just say, good luck to Cardi managing these kids. Like whether she's a superstar and she got a lot of money or not, because you could be a CEO of a company, have decent money for yourself. You could be a manager, having, I guess, a decent money depending on your area, and have 4 children. Like the way this world is set up, like it's going to always be difficult with trying to manage the time of being there for your children, especially if you have multiple, and also maintaining a particular lifestyle for those kids. Like, you're going to have to work to get out there and do it, and it seems like Cardi's trying to provide a lifestyle for her kids that she wouldn't typically, that she never had, right? I want to put them, if they say they want to be in dance class, I want to give them that. If they say they want to do this and that, then I want to get them that. Right? If my kids are used to a certain standard of living, like, as a mom, I'm required to get out here and hustle and work and do what I got to do, whether the dad does his part or not, because I want to maintain that type of lifestyle for my child, but then also wanting to be present as well in their life. And I mean, Cardi not releasing like a full album and taking breaks and stuff for the past 7 years. That lady definitely used to be with her kids. I will say that. I feel like she definitely used to be with her kids, and not just her damn kids, but Offset kids too. Always kept them together. Shit, I would see Cardi with her kids more than we damn saw Offset with the kids, right? So I think that, for me, I've always looked at it like, I think Cardi is a really good mom in my personal, with how her kids gravitate and love on her. I think that, she does good, but at the same time, I'm not in her household to know how she acts, how she treats them. I don't know any of that, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to come and run my mouth just a little piece, child. I'm gonna let y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Y'all gonna do that anyway, because it's just how y'all is. So, baby, go ahead and bring it on. All right. I'm Jamie. That's me. Make sure that you're liking up this video. Make sure you hyping up this video. Make sure you're also subscribing to the channel. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Let me get over here and see y'all later.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida.